Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News. Today is June the 6th, 2021, and now you are looking at a video of ours that we're going to give you two stocks that are to buy right now that we're going to add here to our portfolio, and then we're going to review our portfolio so you all can see how our stock picks has been going. Are we in the green? Are we in a loss? What should we do? We're going to look at these stocks that are currently in our basket. Should we allow them to ride? Should we take the profit, or even should we even remove them from our portfolio because they are infecting the overall performance of our stocks? All right. So now, if y'all appreciate it, again, make sure you hit the like button, share, and subscribe here to the channel. Everyone else out there is trying to get you to join their Patreon page, get you to pay a certain fee just for them to pick stocks for you when you can also see it for free, right? Just join us. The information that we are creating is free, and we're giving you information that is very valuable, backing it, being fully transparent with you all, showing you that you can do this for yourself without paying somebody else to pick these stocks for you. You can do it for yourself. So now, real quick, let's go ahead and dive into these stocks real quick to see whether or not we need to get rid of them. Should we keep them? Should we take the profit? The first one up is going to be Datadog, DDOG. Okay, so this is Datadog right here. We're going to switch this over to a weekly time frame, and we've been following Datadog for a while, right? And this market, for the most part, is just consolidated, just trading sideways. And we started tracking this particular stock on the week of April the 5th. Here we are starting the month of June, and we're still seeing weakness. So we're pretty much around break even so far in the market in Datadog, right? But I'm still seeing on a 2-week basis that this market still has enough momentum and strength here. So we're going to continue to keep this stock in our portfolio, right? You guys can see right now we're down 0.39%, pretty much where we were when we first started tracking this particular stock. So I'm not going to change it yet. So we're going to keep it there. We're going to move on to the next one, which is HueFin. All right, so let's check out HueFin real quick. So this is HueFin right here. And one thing that I really try to instill in our community is that once the market hits your area of TP, you don't need to be greedy. You don't need to come through and try to take out a couple more cents of profit, right? And this is a weekly time frame in HueFin. Now, one thing I'm seeing is that, yeah, the market here has already came and grabbed our ultimate TP price last week. But one thing that you can do is that one thing that I'm seeing is the fact that on this week, the market in HueFin closed lower. This last completed weekly price bar, the market closed higher. So that tells me that there is still a lot of strength coming through in the market for HueFin, right? But this area of restriction is close by. I mean, the market hit $9 as restriction here. So can you expect that again? Is that really risking this 15, almost 16% profitability we already have just for a couple more percentage points in profit? No, it's not. So the market in HueFin has came and achieved our objective. So when that happens, we take the profit and go. So let's take this off. Great call. And that will happen relatively quick, which is also a good sign. So let's go ahead and get rid of this one. Very good to see the market in HueFin hit our area of TP. They are now gone. So now let's take a look at Liberty Oilfield Services. That ticker symbol is LBRT. Again, look at that. Market in Liberty Oil Services has exceeded our ultimate area TP, 14%. We close on Friday right there around 1750. So again, time to take the profit and move on to the next play. Excellent job call on that one. So let's take this one out. Okay, so now next one is Minaris Pharmaceuticals. So this particular stock, you guys can see, is still giving us some strength, albeit is not giving us a monumental amount of strength like HueFin did, but we're still seeing the market gaining momentum. It's holding its own weight. We're not seeing that much weakness really come through, and we're still tracking this market on this ascending line. So Minaris Pharmaceuticals, we're going to continue to keep that one in our basket. So let's move on to the next one, with this Scorpio Tankers, STNG. So this is Scorpio Tankers. We added this last week. We're still seeing some weakness here into the market. I'm not really too concerned with that yet. $20. If we see the market price break below $20 and then eventually come to this ascending line, then we'll have to readjust and think about taking this one out of our portfolio. But as of this moment, I'm not really too concerned with that yet. The market continues to work itself out. So we're going to continue to watch this one in our portfolio as well. Okay. Next one is Vascular Biogenetics, which is VBLT. And take a look at this one. You guys can even tell that the market came last week and hit our area of restriction, $3. It did. And we were able to see the market close all the way on the low. Now, when that occurs, you need to simply take the profit from where the market is, right? We cannot be greedy. The opportunity to see that occur was actually on June the 3rd of last week for us to really grab out all that profit in Vascular Biogenetics, and we didn't get it, right? So we came all the way down here around $2.40. So rather than keep the market there in the hopes of it going back up to $3, we needed to simply take the profit. Okay, so we will 7.08%. Done. So let's move on to Power Shares ETF real quick, PSCE, and let's switch this back over to the weekly. And we've been tracking this market here in Power Shares as well. And take a look. We hit this area of restriction when it was acting as support back in 2018. Do you think the market is going to continue to go higher or lower? Do you think we're going to continue to see this market hit $9? Let's figure that out. This is the 2 weeks time frame. And actually, I'm still seeing the strength here on the 2 weeks time frame, even on the 3 weeks. So what I'm going to do in Power Shares ETF, is we're going to hold it. I'm going to look for the market to try to come towards $8.70 to $9. All right, so let me bring this down and we'll take the TP there. If it happens next week, you need to go ahead and grab that out right then and there. So we're going to keep that one into our portfolio first. So now let's speak on these other two stocks that we're going to add to our portfolio real quick. And it is going to be, the first one is Casia Pharmaceuticals. The ticker symbol is KZIA. Okay, so this is it. This is one of them. First thing I'm going to do, you all can see that this particular stock is giving us higher price movement. We are tracking this stock in an upward trend. Okay, and we're here now testing this ascending line here. So that's one reason why we're going to play the strength in Casia Pharmaceuticals, and we're going to add it to our portfolio. Okay, now looking at this in the long term, all the way back historically, we can see the area try to hold support around $7.75, right? So even if we were able to see this market break this ascending line, that means we're going to transition over into trading sideways, which is why we're going to try to hold support in the market in Casia right there around $7.75. Okay, so now already back here we can see the area of restriction in the market in Casia, which is around almost $12. So we would have to come through and TP out the market in Casia around $12. Okay, so again, we're going to TP out the market right there around $12. Not necessarily that high, but around that vicinity. So that would give us around 17% profitability in that analysis movement in Casia Pharmaceuticals. Okay. So let's run this. We're going to add them to our portfolio. let's go ahead and play the strength here and add it now. So the ticker symbol is KZIA. That's done. Let's do, how many shares you want to do? Do 25. There it is. Kazar Therapeutics is now in our portfolio. And let's see what the analysts are talking about. So these are the analysts who cover this stock. There's only one. So we don't have a lot of traction on this stock, but he has a buy rating. You know, this is Sean from HC Wainwright with a price target around 17. That was reiterated about 2 months ago. So he has 17. We are only looking for the market to go to 12. He has $17. So when we look at this in the background, can that area really be restriction? Because I'm seeing around 16 for sure as an area of restriction into the market for Kazar Pharmaceuticals, therapeutics, excuse me. But overall, okay, we'll follow it. Let's go ahead and see the next one that we're going to add to our portfolio. It is CVO Corporation. All right, so this is the second one that we are going to add to our portfolio. And this is one that we've definitely seen the market give us a lot of strength. We're not really seeing that much weakness come through in CVO Corporation. Okay, now we're going to zoom out. We've definitely seen the market hold support right there around $15, $14.90. We're going to continue to hold that. Area of restrictions is around 20. So we would definitely come through and TP out the market a little bit of profit around $20. Okay, now let me switch this over to the monthly time frame. And let's see what we're getting on a monthly perspective. So we're looking for the market initially to come towards 20. But I'm going to bring it up there towards like $21, $22 to see this market in CVO go. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so let me bring this back down to the weekly. We're not going to be greedy. We're not going to tell you it's going to go all the way up to $60, anything like that. But we're going to be more realistic in how we're expecting this market to go. And this is it. So our first area to P would be around 20. So definitely be on the lookout for that in CVO. It might fall a bit lower towards $19.60. And we can see weakness come through there. But generally, we're going to continue to watch this market in CVO go higher price. So let's add them too. And we're going to do 25 on this one too. So let's take a look at the analysts, see what they're talking about on this one, and then we'll go ahead and let you all go. There's not enough data on this one. Okay, so we don't have a lot of people tracking this particular stock right now, but we can. And right now we're still seeing the strength coming through the market. So now this is our updated portfolio. You guys can see the ones that is no longer in our portfolio, the one that we're keeping, and the ones that we've added. So now we sit back and let the market work. So now, which stock do you think is a pretty good buy? Which one do you think is going to go higher in price? Definitely let us know. Make sure you maintain a profitability, and as always, trade different.